back in the shop here for a month or two, and we are going to try to build another boat. So we got 3 sheets of 1/8 aluminum flat stock, a couple there. We got some U-channel there. So I'm just going to be cutting them in sections for the walls. I'm going to go 20-inch walls, and then it's going to be a 16-foot boat. So you guys can check out how I do it, and if you guys have any tips to give me, feel free to reach out anytime. So I got all the walls cut up. There's one. I got the front piece half bended. I'm knocking down the burrs on the walls right now, so I have a clean weld to weld to, and then I'm going to put angle iron on the bottom so I have more of a thickness to weld to, so it doesn't burn a hole right through it, since I'm only using 1/8 material. So I'm just going to knock the rest of these burrs down, and then I'm going to So I got angle iron tacked up, walls tacked in, the sides all tacked in. And then what I'll do here is when I'll flip it over, I'll cut this angle on both sides because it's going to be a flat bottom boat. So now what I got to do is I got to I'm going to cut 4 feet off of that sheet, and I'm going to place it here, and it's going to overlap a foot. And then I'll take that sheet there and I'll build the walls. And then what I'm going to do is I was going to bend the transom up, but I was worried about when you bend it gets brittle. So I'm going to cut it, weld it, and then put in my bracing support for my transom. So that's our next step. So we got everything cut up here. Got the walls there and the floor. I got to slide the floor about 1/8 inch back from there. See how that's level? I want it back so the transom sits on top of it. And then I got to take the transom, and the transom's going to go like that, but the transom needs to be on a 15-degree angle so the motor can sit flat. So I have templates and all that from my boat last year, so it's going to be easy for me. But just so people know, the transom needs to be on a 15-degree angle. And the walls are 20 inches. And for a short shaft motor, which is I'm going to put on this boat, it need to be cut down to 15 inches instead of 20 so it doesn't cavitate in the water. So I'm just going to tack some more stuff down here and then find my angle. So I made a mistake here, which isn't the end of the world. So I was supposed to cut my transom on an angle instead of square, so I could find 15 degrees and not have a huge gap, which isn't a crazy big deal because I'll move it back in more and then find my angle from there. So the boat will be, I don't know, an inch shorter, and I'll have to grind it off later, but that's fab work. It's not the end of the world. So I'm gonna find my 15 degrees here and then tack it, and then we should be able to start putting the heat to her. So I'm laying bead. Okay, we just got done welding the inside. I'm not a welder, so bear with me. It's all done except the back, because I still have to put a piece of angle iron on the back, so I'm going to do that next, just so I have more material to work with. And then we did get some warpage in the side, as you can see, but I'm going to put U-channel along the edge, so the sharp edge is in there, so I'll fold it back out and do a couple spot welds on that to straighten it back out. But overall, not terrible. We just gotta hope it floats. Okay. All right, so I'm waiting for the steel to cool down so I can finish welding the transom. I got the angle iron added to the backside. Now I'm just cutting some brackets for the transom support, which with my notes and my templates, it was fairly easy to find the angles and everything. I had to play around with them a little bit because my other one was higher walls, so I had to do some calculations, but not much. So now I'm just going to throw some bubble gum on these brackets, and once I'm done welding the transom, I can stick them in. All right, so we got the gaps filled in. We got that one tacked up, this one tacked up. There is some beads on them. I'm gonna clean up the beads tomorrow. Ran out of gas and it's well past 5 o'clock now. So gotta come back tomorrow. This was day 3, got everything welded in. Not too shabby. And then I think I'm gonna put another brace, one of these right here, because it is still a little bit wiggly. We'll see after I put my transom plate on for the motor. But okay, well, this morning I'm gonna take this U-channel, put it along the edges to straighten it up, sturdy it up, and dress it off. Then I'll also put gussets running this way to sturdy it up. I'm not gonna show you any more of these two things, the two gussets back there, just because you guys know what's going on and I just don't feel like filming everything. So yeah, tag along while I do that. Yeah, so what I did here is I cut angles on both sides, all the way around, up front too. So I'll tack the walls on and then I'll fix the angles to the angles just to dress it off and give it some more girth. We'll say. Cutting U-channel and stuff here to go across the bottoms and sides to give it some more support. I'm gonna do that, and then I gotta run time to get some more gas. So well, I got the side rail on and straightened it out quite a bit. Look down it now. I got the kinks out. I'll touch these up with the grinder so you clean them up a little bit. And then other than that, it's just slapping a coat of paint on it. Still got to put runners on the bottom. Still a lot of work to do, but we're getting there. It's only been 5 days and we basically have a floating boat. Just now we're sturdying it up. So I'm gonna jump over to the other side, do that rail, and then supports in the middle, and then flip her over. Well, so I'm just finishing up for the day here. So I got back plate mounted up. Everything's welded in. There's that gap right there on both sides, just on the back one. So I'm gonna have somebody has to help and push it in while I tack it. But that one's good. I'm missing a cross member for right there. I don't have any material. And then I need a bar that runs across here to sturdy this up a little bit. But she is solid. And now I just gotta flip it over and cut off the extra at the front. And then we are just about to ready to water test this, but it is middle of the winter, so I'm gonna have to wait a bit to do that. So I got the boat flipped over. I had to weld this inseam on both sides. I got to pop that back out and weld that solid. And then I got angle iron for there. I forget where it is, right here. That's gonna sit on that corner there. All right, so I got Okay, I got the bottom all welded up and the rails going down the middle. Bang, 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 so you can stay straight. I put angle iron on the corners. That was a trick, but I got her on. Now I'm flipping her back over, and now we're just put seats in and then float test. That's about it. Okay, all right, I'm putting the drain plug in. So what I got is I took a plate, drilled a hole in it. Drain plug slides right in there. I'm gonna put it up there and drill through the boat. All right, just like that, drain plug's in. Got it as low as it can go, just so when the water is in it, it can flow out freely. I just gotta weld that. I'll do that tomorrow when I actually get the welder fired up. I'm just fabricating today. So tag in tomorrow, see me weld it. Just like, so what I'm making now is I'm making the seats. So I cut 3 pieces, 5 feet by 16 inches. There's 3 there. And then this is the seat that's done. So I put angle iron on the bottom top. I'm gonna put a floor in it so you won't see any of that. So this one's going up here. And I'm gonna leave the middle open. I just finished the boats up. I built 2 boats actually. and I just filmed one and then made clips, but here's both of them finished. I still want to put the camp's name on the side here, which I'll just make a stencil and do that. But either way, they turned out very well. They don't leak. That's the main thing. And they're 5 foot wide by 18 feet long. So you'll be able to stand up in them, fish, do whatever in them, right? So they're pretty good boats. I'm pretty happy with them. If you want to come fish in them for yourself, the website is in my bio. Feel free to come check us out. Thanks.